Now, I'm watching the PT Sport boxing, and the show itself was absolutely fantastic, by the way, and some very, very good fights. There's a couple of mismatches here and there, but hey, it is what it is. But I think the fights themselves, good quality, okay? It looks great and everything like that. Of course, then of course, you've got the commentary team, John Rawling and Richie Woodall, overly biased, okay? People want to moan about Sky Sports. Hey, I get it. They are very, very biased, okay? But John Rawling and Richie Woodall, you guys need to sort your damn act out. I know it's a business and you do have to hype up your own fighters, but let's not take the piss. Anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about the punditry side. The punditry side as in Paul Dempsey and David Haye. David Haye, of course, he's going to be biased. He's a self-proclaimed promoter and that anyway, okay? So, I mean, he's got no shame when it comes to saying ridiculous things, okay? But you know what? We expect that of David Haye. Paul Dempsey, every time I see him, every time I hear him talk, I want to strangle him. I don't know what it is, I want to strangle him. I feel like the BT Sport punditry team and commentary team are so far outdated, they belong in the 80s, to be honest with you. That's where they belong. And the whole faux pas that these guys do is ridiculous. I mean, you've got Paul Dempsey tonight. Now, I didn't watch this bit live. I said, whenever Paul Dempsey talks, I'm in and out of the room, I'm switch off, I look down at my phone and all that kind of stuff. So I don't actually see it live, but I caught it on Twitter. Somebody found it on Twitter, they highlighted it, and I watched it, and immediately I'm putting my head in my hands at yet again another bollock drop by Paul Dempsey. Paul Dempsey, you need to get off TV. I'm not even joking, you need to get off TV. It's putting people off BT Sport. You are putting me off watching fighters that I support. Because I don't really want to watch BT Sport because of the likes of you. And yet again, Paul Dempsey, what does he do? It's like he talks before his brain is engaged. He's got no clue what it is that he's saying. He's got no self-awareness of what's going on. None whatsoever. Example, and I'll put a link to this in the description box, by the way. He sits there with David Haye and he says, David, we need to pause this for a second to mark Black History Month and show our respect to Black History Month, all words to that effect. And he says right at the very, very end there, we were speaking about this earlier, and we can't think of anybody who could talk about Black History Month better than our very own Steve Bunce. You fucking what? Steve Bunce? Correct me if I'm wrong, Steve Bunce is not a black man, right? He's not, is he? But the guy sat next to Paul Dempsey, David Haye, is. Am I wrong in this? I know David Haye is mixed race. Okay, that's fine. But is Steve Bunce? I'm pretty sure he's not. Maybe he's somewhere in history. I have no idea, to be honest with you. I don't know that much about Steve Bunce's private life. But the way that Paul Dempsey spoke about this, it's such... I just want to grab him by his throat and squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. I'm having to restrain myself here because if he was here right in front of me, I'm not too sure what it is I'm going to do. Because of his pure stupidity. Not only does he annoy me with his complete fucking boringness, along with John Rawling and that as well, by the way, but I just want to grab him and say, what the hell are you doing? I want to shake him around. Say, get off the damn TV. How dare you sit next to David Haye, a black guy, and say how BT Sport want to mark and take seriously Black History Month, and we can't think of anybody else within our team who could talk about this, over to Steve Bunce. What in the fuck are you talking about? What in the blue blaze fuck are you talking about? And this is happening time and time again. He keeps on dropping these bollocks. He keeps on doing it. John Rawling is irritating me when the fights are on. And you've got Paul Dempsey in the studio irritating me in between fights. It's hard to believe that Frank Warren is probably the most sensible one out of all of them. So is David Haye. And David Haye sits there smiling like, yeah, I agree with you. It's ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous. Paul Dempsey, please quit. For the love of God, get off of BT Sport. Save BT Sport boxing and get off it. Because this isn't the first time that every time you speak, it's like you haven't thought about anything. You haven't analysed anything. You just speak. Words just come out of your mouth before your brain has fully engaged. What's wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you? You stupid little prick. Anyway, I'm out.